Ponyfans.com here with quarterback Kyle Padron, and you sort of got the monkey off the back with Rice last week. I know that last week all of you said the streak didn't matter, but the fact is SMU hadn't won there in more than 2 decades. Did you guys talk about that behind closed doors, and how much of a relief was it to get rid of that streak?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit. We kept it in the back of our minds, and we knew going in that was going to be a tough challenge going down to Rice and not winning for the last 20 years down there. So we knew it was going to be a big challenge, but we came with the win, and we played pretty well.
Zach Line missed a couple days of practice last week when he was sick. Talk a little about Chris Butler's performance, and then were you surprised that Zach came in and was able to contribute like he did coming in relief?
First, Chris Butler did a great job with protection and running the football. He found some seams in the line. Rice did a good job trying to contain him, and when Zach came in, it opened up our offense a little bit more. He's able to run the draw pretty effectively, and his first play in, we threw a 50-yard pass to Al. So, bringing Zach in just helps the offense and makes the defense off balance.
You've talked through the first 4 or 5 weeks of this season about clicking and you were getting closer and closer. This week, let's see, 24 for 32, so that's 75% completions, 371 yards, 3 touchdowns. How close are you to, hitting on all cylinders or clicking, to use the word you've been using?
Yeah, we're pretty close. We're not there yet. I still missed a few throws, and Al made some great catches for me. There were a couple balls that got away from him, but he came down with them, and just receivers making plays is what that completion percentage is. And we're going to get better and better each week, and just come out here on the practice field, get better.
You've been focusing on getting a little bit sharper on those completions. What kinds of things have you been working on other than simply doing lots and lots of reps in practice? What have you been working on, and what are some of the conversations you've had with Coach Morrison to try to sharpen that up?
Obviously in the film room, just being more comfortable with our offense and what the defensive schemes are bringing at us. And then there's a few technique things I have to keep working on. Sometimes I step out of my frame, and that causes the ball to sail on me a little bit, and just lose some power on my passes.
You completed 75% of your throws the other day. Your previous best this year was 56 against Washington State. Did it feel that much better coming out of your hand or watching the receivers break open? Could you tell, maybe even in warm-ups, that it was going to be one of those days where you were hitting your targets more?
Yeah, I was throwing the ball pretty well in warm-ups when we got out there. But like I said, the receivers made some good catches for me, and Cole had about a 60-yard run after the catch on the little bubble screen, so that obviously helps out my passing yards. But, just receivers making plays, and I did feel a bit more comfortable.
Cole had 8 catches for, 158. Al Robinson went 6 for 148. Are you developing that same kind of comfort level that you had with Emmanuel last year, where one of them is going to be open or be able to make a play for you?
It's all 4 of them. Actually 5 with Keenan Holman coming in the mix too. I trust Brad, Darius, Cole, Al. Whoever's in there. Pat got in the action too. He scored a touchdown. But anybody who's in there, Coach Jones believes in him, so I don't know why I shouldn't. And they're going to make plays for me.
So you not only completed 75%, but it looked like you were going vertical a lot more. Was that by design, based on getting you guys a little more explosive, or was that simply a result of what you saw from the Rice defense?
They gave us a lot of stuff down the field. Their safeties were squatting on Cole and Darius, and I don't know why, but they kept squatting on Al too. So, they just didn't really think he had that much speed, I guess. But, we knew it going in. We worked on it all week in practice and just working on the deep ball, and we showed it on Saturday.
In baseball, you hear people talk about a young player doing well, but let's see what he does the next time he sees a team or the next time he goes through a rotation if it's a pitcher. Saturday is the first time you get to see a team for the second time. Who has more of an advantage, you now that you've got a full year under your belt, or Tulsa now that they've seen you and they've got a full year of film of you to look at?
I think it can work both ways, but I feel more comfortable in the offense. And this offense is pretty tough to stop if we're clicking on all measures, and they're going to have a big task at hand, and they're a great defense too. They got a lot of speed, and they have a few guys from returning from last year, and it's going to be a good challenge for us.